You eat fruit every day to stay healthy. But why are your legs getting weaker? Your balance off, and cramps more frequent? The answer might shock you. You're eating the wrong fruits for your age. In this video, we reveal 7 common fruits that could be doing more harm than good after 60, and what to eat instead to stay strong and steady. You've heard it your whole life. Eat more fruit, it's healthy, and it's true. Fruit is filled with vitamins, fiber, antioxidants. It's nature's candy. But what if I told you that after age 60, some fruits could actually be hurting your body more than helping it? I know it sounds shocking, but stay with me, because what you're about to learn might completely change the way you look at your daily fruit bowl. Let's start with the truth. As we age, our bodies change quietly, gradually, and constantly. Your digestion slows, your metabolism slows. Your kidneys, liver, and pancreas don't work like they used to. Even your muscles and nerves respond differently to nutrients. That means the foods that once worked for your body might start working against it. Especially fruit. Now don't get me wrong. Fruit isn't the enemy. But here's the key. After 60, your body doesn't handle sugar, potassium, and certain acids in the same way it did when you were younger. Let's break that down. When you eat a sweet fruit like grapes or mangoes, your blood sugar spikes. In your 20s or 30s, your pancreas would quickly release insulin to bring the sugar under control. No problem. But after 60, that process slows down. Your cells become less sensitive to insulin. Sugar lingers in your blood longer. And that extra sugar, it inflames your muscles, drains your energy, and makes your legs feel heavy and tired. It gets worse. Some fruits like bananas, oranges, or coconut water are high in potassium. Normally, potassium is good, but in excess, and especially with reduced kidney function after 60, it can throw off your electrolyte balance. That means more muscle cramps, more fatigue, and even irregular heartbeats. But if you're over 60, these sweet fruits might be doing the opposite of what you think. Let me explain. When you eat a fruit high in sugar, like grapes or mango, your blood sugar rises fast. Yes, your favorite fruits might be doing all of this quietly, day by day. Let's take a closer look at the worst offenders. Grapes. Tiny, sweet, and packed with sugar. One handful can raise blood sugar more than you'd expect. Ripe mangoes. Delicious, but extremely high in fructose. Especially dangerous when eaten in large portions or on an empty stomach. Seems off even if you slept well. These are not just signs of aging. They can be signals from your body saying, "Too much sugar. I can't keep up." Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up fruit forever, but it does mean you need to be selective. Choose fruits that work with your body, not against it. And we'll get to those better choices in just a bit. But first, let's finish going through the fruits you should limit or avoid if you want to keep your muscles strong, your legs steady, and your energy levels balanced. Because fruit, when chosen correctly, can nourish and protect. But when chosen poorly, especially after 60, it can be a sweet trap that quietly robs your strength, and you deserve better. In the next chapter, we'll talk about another hidden danger. Fruits that are high in potassium and why too much potassium can be just as dangerous as too much sugar, especially if you have high blood pressure or kidney issues. Stay with me, you're just getting to the most important part. Let's talk about a mineral you've probably heard is good for you. Potassium. Most people know potassium helps regulate blood pressure, keeps your heart beating steadily, and supports strong muscles. And that's true. But only in the right amount. After 60, too much potassium can quietly become a serious problem, especially when it builds up from the foods you eat every day. Yes, even from fruit. You see, as your body ages, your kidneys slow down. They become less efficient at filtering out excess minerals, including potassium. And when potassium builds up in the bloodstream, it doesn't make you feel stronger. It does the opposite. It can throw off your electrolyte balance, disrupt your heart rhythm, and weaken your muscles. That's right, potassium, in excess, can lead to muscle cramps, fatigue, heart palpitations, and even dangerous irregular heartbeat if left unchecked. Let's look at some common potassium-rich fruits. Ripe bananas, often praised for leg cramps, are actually high in potassium. One banana can have over 400 milligrams. Coconut water, marketed as a natural electrolyte drink, but can contain more potassium than a sports drink. Cantaloupe or honeydew melon, light and refreshing, but surprisingly high in potassium per serving. These fruits aren't bad, but if you're over 60, and especially if you have kidney issues, high blood pressure, or take blood pressure medication, you need to be very careful with your potassium intake. Here's why. When potassium rises above a safe level, your muscles may start to feel tight at night, sore after light activity, or even shaky when you first wake up. Your legs might feel restless, or you might notice a sudden loss of strength when climbing stairs or walking. Some people experience chest discomfort or a fluttering feeling. That's your heart reacting to an electrical imbalance. And unfortunately, these signs are often blamed on aging, when in fact, they may be caused by too much potassium from your daily fruit habits. So how much is too much? For most older adults, the recommended potassium intake is about 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams per day. But it's easy to go over that, especially if you're eating several servings of high potassium fruit plus vegetables, plus drinks like coconut water. Just one ripe banana plus 1 glass of coconut water equals nearly half of your daily recommended intake. Add in melon, tomato, or a baked potato, and you've gone way over without even realizing it. And if your kidneys are slowing down, something that happens naturally with age, they can't filter out the excess. Potassium stays in your system, and the symptoms build up: muscle aches, numbness, weak grip, irregular heartbeats, even lightheadedness or fainting in severe cases. It doesn't stop there. Many seniors take medications for blood pressure, like ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics. These drugs already raise potassium levels as a side effect, so eating potassium-rich fruit on top of that, it's a dangerous mix, one your doctor may not have warned you about. But here's the good news. You don't have to fear fruit, you just need to make smart swaps. Instead of bananas, try apples, berries, or pears. All lower in potassium, but still full of fiber and antioxidants. Instead of coconut water, try lemon water, chia-infused water, or plain water with a slice of cucumber to hydrate without the potassium spike. Instead of melon every day, rotate in watermelon in moderation, papaya, or a small portion of pineapple. These fruits are gentler on the kidneys and less likely to trigger cramps, heart symptoms, or fatigue. You might be wondering that I've eaten these fruits all my life. Why now? Because your body is different now. What supported your muscles at 40 can weaken them at 65. What kept you hydrated then might now throw off your balance. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness and giving your body the care it needs right now. So ask yourself, have you felt weaker lately for no clear reason? Are nighttime cramps keeping you up? Has your heart felt off even though tests say it's fine? Your fruit choices could be part of the answer. Next, we'll look at acidic fruit stows that may strip your minerals, damage your bones, and leave your nerves overstimulated. Some of these might surprise you. They're the ones people eat for digestive health. But after 60, they could be doing more harm than good. Let's keep going, your health is worth it. We often think of fruit as nature's perfect snack. Fresh, clean, and energizing. But did you know, some fruits can quietly strip your body of key minerals, the very minerals that keep your bones strong and your muscles relaxed? This is especially true if you're over 60. And it's even worse when you eat them on an empty stomach. Let's talk about the acidic fruits. These are fruits with high acid content, sharp in taste, often crunchy or sour, and usually eaten raw. Some popular examples include green mango or hog plum, ambarella, unripe guava, tamarind, star fruit, carambola, crunchy pickled fruits like ambarella or cork in Vietnamese. They might seem refreshing. But for older adults, these sour treats can become silent saboteurs. Here's why. As we age, our digestive lining becomes thinner and more sensitive. We produce less stomach acid, and our mineral absorption becomes slower. This means that acidic foods, instead of aiding digestion, may begin to interfere with it. When you eat too much of these fruits or eat them the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, they can disrupt your pH balance, leach minerals like magnesium and calcium from your bones, and lead to muscle tightness, joint pain, and early signs of osteoporosis. Let's break that down. When your body senses too much acid, it goes into defense mode. To neutralize that acid, it pulls alkaline minerals, magnesium, calcium, and potassium from your tissues and bones. That might not seem like a big deal at first. But over time, the cost adds up. You start to feel mild tingling in your arms or legs, stiffness in your calves, cracking knees when you get up, or dull aches in your wrists, elbows, or fingers, especially after eating certain fruits. Now imagine this happening day after day. From something you thought was healthy, that afternoon snack of green guava, that refreshing tamarind drink, that little bit of sour star fruit with salt and chili. Innocent habits until you begin to feel your legs lose power, or your knees hurt more than usual going up the stairs. You see, magnesium and calcium are not just for your bones. They also regulate muscle contraction, nerve function, and sleep quality. Without enough of these minerals, your muscles become tight and twitchy, your nerves more sensitive, and your joints more inflamed. It's no wonder that some people over 60 report cramps at night after eating sour fruits, hard time stretching or bending, waking up with sore fingers or swollen feet. And the tricky part, these symptoms are often blamed on just getting older, poor sleep, or weather changes, when in fact, the real culprit might be something as small as a slice of green mango eaten every day after lunch. So what can you do? Step 1. Avoid eating acidic fruits on an empty stomach. Your stomach needs buffering. If you must eat them, pair them with a small meal or snack with protein or healthy fat. Step 2. Cut back on frequency. You don't have to give them up completely, but reduce your intake to once or twice a week, not daily. Step 3. Balance your body. Add in magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, and leafy greens. Include more calcium sources, whether from low-fat dairy, tofu, or fortified oats. Step 4. Replace acidic fruits with gentler ones. Instead of green mango, try ripe papaya. Instead of guava, go for ripe pear or watermelon in moderation. Instead of tamarind, opt for a light citrus-infused water, not juice, if you crave sourness. Also, take note if you're experiencing any of these signs: muscle stiffness after eating, joint pain within hours of meals, a tingling sensation in your hands or feet, sudden weakness when standing up. These may be your body's way of saying, "I'm losing minerals. Help me restore balance." And remember, your body at 60 is not the same as it was at 40. Foods that once energized you can now silently drain you, if they're not adjusted to your current physiology. This isn't fear, it's wisdom, and it's how you stay strong, balanced, and independent for years to come. Up next, we'll expose another surprising fruit danger. Dried fruit, small, sweet, and convenient, but packed with sugars and chemicals that can quietly damage your nerves, your gut, and even your memory. Don't miss this. Your next snack might be telling a different story than you think. Sometimes, the damage doesn't come all at once. It arrives quietly, gradually, silently, a little more fatigue each day, a bit more stiffness in your joints. Your legs don't lift as quickly. Your balance feels just a little off, and because it's slow, we ignore it. We call it normal aging. We tell ourselves, I'm just getting old. This is how it is. But here's the truth. It's not just age. It's what we feed our body day in and day out that determines how we age. Let's look at the impact of eating the wrong fruits regularly after 60. Fruits that are too sweet, too acidic, too rich in potassium or oxalates. They may taste healthy, they may even look healthy. But inside your body, a different story is unfolding. Over time, these fruits can increase oxidative stressors, silent cellular damage that weakens your tissues, strip away essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, disrupt your electrolyte balance, which affects your heart, your muscles, your nerves, spike your blood sugar, leading to inflammation and fatigue. Stress your kidneys, especially if you already have high blood pressure or diabetes. And the result, you may start to experience muscle weakness, cramps during sleep, tingling or numbness in your feet, slower reaction time, increased risk of falling, and eventually, loss of independence. That's not just inconvenient. That's dangerous. In fact, for adults over 60, falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization. And weak legs, poor balance, and muscle cramps are all early warning signs. You might be eating healthy, but if you're eating the wrong kind of healthy, you could still be walking toward nutritional stress without knowing it. This is what we call healthy eating gone wrong. A salad full of raw, acidic fruits, a snack pack of dried mangoes or bananas, freshly squeezed juice but from high-sugar fruits. These choices feel healthy, but they're silently taking a toll. Let's not forget, after 60, your body changes, your metabolism slows down, your nervous system becomes more sensitive, your bones need more minerals to stay strong, your muscles lose mass faster. That means your nutrition needs to shift too. What worked for you in your 40s and 50s may now be counterproductive. Here's what happens if you don't make that shift. Your bones gradually lose density, your legs lose strength and coordination. Your balance becomes less reliable. Your confidence in walking decreases. And one day, you hesitate to go down the stairs. You feel nervous stepping into the shower without support. Or worse, you fall. And the worst part? It didn't have to happen. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. It's about giving your body what it truly needs, not what sounds healthy, but what works for your age. The fruits you eat should support you, not slow you down. They should give you energy, not take it away. They should protect your bones, heart, and muscles, not damage them little by little. You deserve to feel strong, balanced, independent, confident in every step. And it starts by looking at your plate, looking at your daily habits and asking, is this really helping me thrive after 60? You are not powerless. You don't have to accept slow decline as fate. You can age with vitality, clarity, and strength. But first, you must be willing to unlearn what no longer serves you. In the next part of this video, we'll show you what fruits are safe and recommended after 60, what nutrients actually support your muscle and nerve health, and how to build a simple, delicious fruit habit that helps not harms your energy, mobility, and balance. And if you found this eye-opening so far, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on notifications, because what you learned today could protect your strength for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. Stay with us. The good part, the healing part, is coming next. Now that you know what fruits to avoid after 60, let's talk about the ones you should eat. Because the truth is, not all fruits are bad. In fact, some are incredibly powerful when chosen and eaten the right way. These are the fruits that support your muscles, your nerves, your bones, and your energy. They help you stay balanced. They help reduce inflammation, and they help your body age with strength, not weakness. Let's start with the most important principle. You want fruits that are low in sugar, rich in antioxidants, supportive of electrolyte balance, gentle on your kidneys and digestion. And here are some of the best choices. 1. Apples. Apples are low in sugar, high in fiber, and full of quercetin, an antioxidant that helps reduce inflammation and supports cardiovascular health. They're also gentle on your digestive system and help regulate blood sugar levels. 2. Blueberries. Blueberries are a true superfood for older adults. They're packed with anthocyanins, which protect the brain, fight oxidative stress, and support joint and muscle function. And they're low in sugar, making them safe even for people managing blood sugar levels. 3. Pears. Pears are often overlooked, but they're a great fruit after 60. They're full of soluble fiber, which supports digestion and gut health, and their potassium levels are moderate not to high, so they help balance without overloading your kidneys. 4. Kiwi. Kiwi is rich in vitamin C, potassium and magnesium, but it's also low in sugar and easy to digest. Its natural enzymes support better protein digestion, which is important as muscle maintenance becomes harder with age. 5. Room temperature melon. Melons, like cantaloupe, are hydrating and rich in beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A for skin, bone, and immune health. But here's the key. Avoid cold melon, especially in the evening. Cold fruit can stress your digestion after 60. Room temperature is best. 6. Oranges, but in moderation. Oranges are rich in vitamin C and support iron absorption, but they are acidic, so eat them in moderation and never on an empty stomach. A few slices after a meal, or paired with yogurt or nuts, can give you the benefits without the digestive stress. Optimized for a clear, emotional, steady read at 150 words. Min. Full punctuation for natural AI narration tone. Let's wrap this up with one important reminder. Fruit is not the enemy. It's not about fearing fruit. It's about understanding how your body changes after 60 and making choices that work with your body, not against it. You don't need to give up fruit.